Hello and welcome to episode 605 of the Daily Sales Message Podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff. Sometimes I mix that up. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit sunburned today, I'm not sure. Anyway, in today's episode, the title is this: it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be memorable. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be memorable. And this is feedback, sage, wise feedback from a client of mine by the name of George. I was working with George last year on his messaging, and he learned an awful lot through the process and really took on board the whole clear sales message methodology and my approach to everything. And he came up with this notion of it doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be memorable. And memorability is something that people overlook in their messaging. We tend to leave being memorable to chance. We don't realize that it's actually a strategy. You can put things in place to be memorable and to make sure people can recall you at all, first of all, and then at the right moment. So what I want you to consider today is exactly this. It doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be memorable. What are you doing to be memorable? Or how could you be memorable? What could you do? I'll give you a little bit of insight into how I do this. First of all, you're watching me on a daily podcast. How many other insane people do you know that have a daily podcast? That makes me somewhat memorable. The fact that I'm insane enough to do this every single day, and I've done it for 605 days so far, and I've probably got about 2 million more days worth of ideas to go. So that's the first thing. The second thing, if you've ever seen me present or seen me speak and have a talk or a lecture or a training, I tend to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of black and white slides. I'll have 1 or 2 or 3 words on a slide, but hundreds of slides, which is very unusual, and it tends to stick out in the mind of people. So those are 2 very simple things I do. There's lots more besides, but notice how they're not rocket science. I have lots of slides, and I have a daily podcast. Not difficult, but it should help me, and I know it does help me, stand out in the mind of my buyers and potential buyers. And that's what we're looking for. I want somebody to be able to recall me when they need me, or if they're talking to somebody else that has difficulty articulating their offering or difficulty selling, they should be able to recall me, and I should stay in their mind. So, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be memorable. What are you doing to be memorable in the mind of your buyer? Remember, being memorable is a strategy, it's a plan. There are it's over 100 things you can do, and I'll put a link in the comments to how to do that. There's over 100 things you can do to be memorable, so you just need to pick one of those and execute it. So that's it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. Tomorrow in episode 606, I'm going to teach you how to sell like a 5-star luxury hotel. There's one thing in particular, got a particular story to share with you that really stayed with me. Tell you how to do that, how to sell like a 5-star hotel. In the meantime, thank you for listening and watching all the way to the end. I appreciate your time and attention. If you're not already connected on LinkedIn, hop over there. You'll find me there, James Newell, Clear Sales Message. Connect with me, shoot me a DM. Let me know what you like about the podcast, anything you'd like me to cover in a future episode. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow for another exciting edition of the Daily Sales Message.